Yes, Kenya. Tamu sana, tamu sana, tamu sana, yes. There are some remarks Rigathi Gachagua made in Ukambani, remarks that have been causing a lot of heated political debate. Raila does not come to Harambes and does not go to churches. He comes after every 5 years and you vote for him. I am still trying to understand the eastern region. Those remarks were made by Rigathi Gachagua on 3rd June, and they have been causing a lot of heated political debate. Ekuru Accord made very interesting remarks, or rather, shared out a very interesting tweet on the remarks. Dr. Ekuru Aukot, a government that believes in Harambes in churches is a failed government. Empower people economically and you don't have to fundraise for them. After all, where are you getting the money you give every Sunday? We know your salary. Then a court attaches those sentiments by Rigathi Gachagua. In this video, I want us to dig deep into these remarks by Rigathi Gachagua, in which I'll explain why I strongly believe that this is a failed government, a government that was built on drama, and it needs the drama and the propaganda to sustain itself. Before we do that, let me remind those who don't know. We have a medical appeal for Nudin Salash from Kajiado. Nudin is to undergo a kidney transplant at Medihills Hospital, Parklands. The remaining balance is about 1 million shillings. We have so far raised some amount which will give you details in the coming days. So the remaining balance is still around there. Make sure, for those who want to send their contributions, make sure you channel your contributions to 0722 735 065. Let's help save a soul. Back to our analysis. Yes, Rigathi is talking about Raila not going to Harambes and doing fundraising. So he fails to understand why the Kamba nation still votes for Raila Odinga. Those remarks by Rigathi Gachagua exposes the mentality in William Ruto's group. According to Rigathi Gachagua, he believes that politics has to be politics of tokenism, where you give out something small, but in return, you get something big. It's a fact that there is a lot of corruption in this government. Seth Panyako just yesterday exposed the corruption at the topmost level in this government, where before you get any top position in the public corporations, Ruto, Rigathi, and Aden Duale and some others must approve of you. And the buck always stops with the boss. And it was also revealed and exposed that they demand huge sums of money for you even to get a position of a CEO in a public corporation. You must part with millions of Kenya shillings. And upon getting that job, then you will constantly be remitting some huge sums of money to them. That's corruption. And it's very rampant in this Kenya Kwanza government. So if you look at the whole aspect of Harambes, the Harambes are a perfect conduit for corruption, in that the CEOs, parastatal CEOs, these public corporation CEOs, are being forced to remit huge sums of money to the big boys in the government. And the big boys then just uses a section of that huge chunk they've gotten to cheat Kenyans that they are generous. But the truth is, they are just taking Kenyans as fools, because the taxpayers' money that should be used to build hospitals, to build roads, to employ doctors, teachers, those huge sums of money, rather the amount that it should be used to do all those, are just being pocketed, and just a small amount is being given out as tokens. So generally you find Kenyans suffering, and the government is just taking advantage of their suffering. Rigathi and his team, they believe in that style of politics. They don't believe in teaching a man how to fish. They believe you must give a man fish for him to be dependent on you every day. Rigathi does not believe that Kenyans, all the so-called hustlers, should be self-reliant. That's what I'm saying here. If you look on how Ruto and his team campaigned, they campaigned on hustlers versus dynasties. We were seeing them distributing wheelbarrows across the country. There was a lot of drama. That is still the same strategy here. Ruto and his team, and this case Rigathi, they know that for them to maintain that power they acquired through drama and through propaganda, they must always use drama and propaganda. And that's why Rigathi, anytime he's on the mountain or any other place, he always fights some imaginary enemies, and he always wants to use money to lure Kenyans into voting, or rather supporting the government. So that's what I'm seeing here, ladies and gentlemen. That confirms that Ruto's team, they are not good leaders. They are not good leaders. They are just politicians, but not leaders. And if given time, they are going to mess this country big time. That's the reality. If given more time, they are going to badly mess up this country, to a point Kenya won't be the same again. Kenyans should realize this early enough, and they should join hands early enough to reject this mediocre leadership. That's the truth, ladies and gentlemen. We cannot have a government that is premised on lies and incitement, hate. That's a government that will clearly just help in dividing us more. This Ruto's government is not worth holding public offices. That's the truth, ladies and gentlemen. Let me stop it there. For those who want to support Nudin from Kajiado undergo a kidney transplant, feel free to channel your contributions to the number below. Yes, all your contributions will highly be appreciated. Let me stop it there. But one thing that is for sure, Kenyans are dealing with a very clueless team. A team that is very naive on governance, a team that is just dividing the people, a team that is not uniting Kenyans. And that's very unfortunate that a beautiful country such as Kenya, we have such mediocre leaders. Kenyans should wake up to reject mediocrity in our leadership. Let's meet in our next analysis. Thank you.